Composting in small spaces. Are you curious about how to compost effectively even when space is tight? Let's talk about composting in small spaces and how it can support self-sufficiency and waste management, especially for those living off-grid. Composting is a fantastic way to recycle organic waste, improve soil health, and reduce your reliance on store-bought fertilizers. First, let's cover the basics of composting. It involves breaking down organic materials like kitchen scraps, leaves, and grass clippings into nutrient-rich soil. This process is often referred to as creating black gold. To achieve successful composting, you need a balance of greens, which are nitrogen-rich materials like vegetable scraps, and browns, which are carbon-rich materials like dry leaves and paper. Moisture and air circulation are also key to supporting the microorganisms and worms that help decompose the materials. Now, how can you compost in a small space? Here are some practical methods. One option is to use mini compost bins. You can take an 18-gallon plastic tote, drill holes in it for air circulation and drainage, and start collecting your kitchen scraps along with some dry leaves and a bit of soil. Keep the contents moist but not soggy, and stir them regularly to aerate. This method works well on patios, balconies, or small yards, and you can keep it close to your kitchen for convenience. Another great method is worm composting, also known as vermicomposting. This involves using stacked trays where worms break down organic waste into nutrient-rich castings. Worms can efficiently process food scraps in a compact space, making this ideal for apartments or places with limited outdoor areas. If managed properly, this system is odor-free and produces liquid compost tea that can be used as a fertilizer. You can also create DIY compost containers using materials like pallets, wire fencing, cinder blocks, or even straw bales. These can be arranged to hold compost materials and can fit into small yards or garden corners, allowing for good airflow and drainage. Stackable or tumbler bins are another option. These help keep compost contained and allow for easy turning to aerate the pile, speeding up decomposition. They are space efficient and help keep pests away. To make the most of your small space composting, here are some practical tips. Chop or shred larger scraps to speed up the breakdown process. Aim for a roughly 4:1 ratio of browns to greens to avoid odors and promote efficient decomposition. Keep the compost moist, similar to a wrung-out sponge, as being too dry or too wet can slow things down. Turning or stirring the compost weekly is vital for providing oxygen to the microbes. Lastly, avoid adding meat, dairy, or oily foods, as these can attract pests and create unpleasant odors. Composting in small spaces is especially relevant for those focusing on survival skills and off-grid living. It supports waste reduction and soil building, which are essential for growing food in limited environments. By composting, you can reduce your dependence on external fertilizers and waste disposal systems, enhancing your self-reliance. Efficient composting can also be integrated into community initiatives or shared spaces in off-grid settings, maximizing resource use. Even without large land plots, anyone can maintain productive gardens and manage organic waste responsibly. So, whether you are in an apartment or have a tiny yard, composting in small spaces is not only achievable but also beneficial for your garden and the environment.